Whoa, it's Wulzy. Welcome back to another Geometry Dash Building My Extreme Demon video/stream. Redemption arc is back. Kind of want to make the levels slightly darker at this point. I've had the idea to make it go from rainbow to then darker and darker, but still rainbow. So my first idea is kind of to add a little glow gradient on the bottom. Just a little warm up for the day. A little bit of exercise. 113. That is our group that's going to lock to the x-axis straight away. Going to give them both different groups. The top one's going to be 114. The bottom one's going to be 115. And we're kind of going to make them shimmy. That's kind of what I'm thinking. 114 is going to go 5. I'm going to say exponential in, out. Why not? So as this part starts, this needs to fade in somehow. Not really sure how that's going to work just yet. We're going to look at the edge of this duration line and move it a little bit earlier and move it down 10. This one 2 and add another 10. Okay, so it's going to be moving up and down for the top side. The bottom just needs the opposite. And I kind of want to offset them so the top wiggles at a different time to the bottom. So we're going to move this a little bit to the side and then probably move the whole thing forward and layer these triggers just so I don't get them mixed up with the ones in the previous part. So many bananas in the chat so far. Thank you guys for the bananas. Not sure what that means yet. I am going to change the group on this alpha trigger because I want other stuff to lock on this movement group and I don't want everything to fade in because sometimes that can look pretty ugly. So we're just going to use another group. There's no harm in making 116 the fading group. Not sure how high the cube really goes after the ship, so we'll have a look. Oh, okay. So we need a big shift from 13. I want to keep the wiggling consistent. So we're going to have a huge movement on 113 here. Going to go up about 30. We can have a foreground at the... I like that. I like that the bottom one is visible because that makes it feel like you're going up in the level, right? If they both went up, it would feel a bit like a tunnel. But since the top goes away, it's like, damn, I'm actually going up in height. I've never done this before, I will say, so this could be a massive flop. Too right. The next hour of the stream was spent adding a foreground effect that was supposed to put blurry blocks in the foreground and establish the level's first depth. I had many issues with colors, energy, and trying to make it efficient, which caused my commentary on stream to be very muddled, as my focus constantly switched between different aspects of the effect in that regard. It didn't help that the music I was playing on stream auto-played to the goofiest tracks of all time, including the Animal Crossing soundtrack with actual raindrops in the background that I didn't notice, but forced my chat to listen to for 45 minutes straight and felt like an idiot when I realized. Could probably move the foreground up from the ground. Link controls. I have like a... Hold on, what is the video I'm playing in the background called? It says relaxing Animal Crossing music and... Wait, and rain sounds! Eventually, I got it to a point where I was happy with it and managed to explain the building process as a summary. The reason that this stream is weird is because I typically make the best content when I'm not taking risks. I'm kind of like out of my depth right now, that's why the commentary is so patchy. But basically, what's happening is that each layer is moving towards the player, but then there's a copy of each layer. Seamlessly, there is a spawn trigger up here that moves the layer back 750. So you don't notice it switching to the other side because it just replaces itself on top of itself. And this just happens over and over again. When we zoom out, you'll see that these blocks are moving to the right, just in case you missed it. That's what's happening right now. And some of them don't make it onto the screen. I can probably trim it a little bit. That's why it's been so confusing, because there's 3 different speeds of these, and I've been trying to moderate them all. And I think this is the best it's looked so far in the video, so I'm actually confident in saying that. This could be something pretty simple, I'm not gonna lie. If this works the way I want it to. Intrigued. That looks okay, first off. So we can have this as a little block, right? Add corner glow. That would actually make a lot of sense. Yep. That looks a lot better, actually. Thank you. That's very dark, though. I don't know if I like that. Okay. Oh, I like the colors on that, actually. We're going to copy the values of that for 1 second and then put a brick here, but then also get the color of this, whatever that is. That's just 7, literally just 7. And I can probably just add a brick design with those colors. Should match pretty well. Yeah. See that? That works. Did I actually dream about a block? Oh, it's this one. So we go T1, and I can add like little parts of the bricks being blacked out like this. It's also not a great design. And also we can start to layer this up a bit by using slope like this and then put glow underneath. Ooh, that's hard. We can probably make that a gradient too. Grab this layer and put it on top. Ooh, ooh. That's cool. We're gonna have a bunch of these slopes by checking hitboxes, just to make sure that we don't accidentally put the slope the wrong way around with the square edge out in the level. Should I delete the black blocks in here? I feel like it would be cleaner without it. It was a silly, goofy idea. I know this is really lazy, but I am just gonna copy paste this however I can get it. It's just a really nice piece to have on the edge of a block. A very messy stream. I appreciate you guys for sticking around, because I kind of struggled for a little bit, but we're good now. We're Gucci. It needs movement. It needs a lot of movement, but it's okay how it is. Like, I'm happy with this. Okay. So let's see what I can do with these spike pillars now that I know I need them. Do I just resort to black blocks and then add on top? I should have structured first. This was a terrible idea trying to do it this way. We can bring back the chains from earlier as like to pay homage, whatever the word is. Marge Simpson. And then, hold on. Yeah. Yeah. Huge. See, I think that looks pretty nice. We can definitely continue with that. I'm just concerned about how I'm going to move structures like that. I can probably mix some of these details together. Potential. Oh, here it is. And a banana root where you activate a switch and the level becomes super buffed. Banana root. 1, 2, 3. 132 is gonna exponential out 30. Still movements like that would be fire, I think. Yeah, sometimes what I say is like, oh, if you're doing movements, make sure that, like you're instead like offsetting them. Like, for example, if I was moving this plus 30, I could do like, do a minus 30 so you can see exactly where it's going to end up when you're looking at the level. But then in instances like these where it's like really packed, you kind of don't want that. Like, you can see if there's any overlaps that look weird. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Why not? Why not, dude? Go crazy. 135. There's going to be another exponential. Wee! Oh! That was sick! Bro, this chat just takes a joke and just runs with it. And it will never, ever stop. Ever. Like, I could die on stream right now, and it would take, like, 5 minutes for the topic of chat to change to the fact that I died. Because people will be like, Wulzy died! Raise eyebrow. Raise eyebrow. XD! Banana emoji! How would this work? Like, how does just one of these work? Oh my god. That is trippy. Okay. So we add them to 153. And then for every pulse, we just have a rotation here. 153. Go one time around. And I guess we can do exponential out. And then do 3 seconds. So it lasts until the next one. It works. It's just very inconspicuous. But that's fine. It's cool just missing that shiny feel. True. I wonder if there's anything I can do real quick. Imagine I could just put out some glow here and it just works. Yo, what is good, everyone? I'm here on a separate recording. This is the second session of the week. Hopefully the last one if all goes well. Unfortunately, did not have time on Thursday to stream like I'd intended, so kind of having to hustle here to get this part done. I know I can pull this part off. I just need to put in the effort right now to make it true to the part before it. So my plan is to have a bunch of flashy triangles on the top and bottom with glow on them. They are currently invisible. I'm just adding the top and bottom values to them like we did earlier, but now I'm adding 12 pulse triggers to them, starting with 154. That's gonna make it copy the nice bright color that we made earlier. A bunch of saturation and brightness. I gotta do one of those pulses, and then right after, I think I have to start making it white. So we can do one of these every block or so with a group increase. I'm gonna have to move it above the level because I do not want to crush my triggers into the ground. We can rotate these to make it faster every now and then flip it too. We can even make other layers to it as well. I'm just trying to make it as randomish as possible just so we have a bit of flair on the foreground too. I'm not too sure why I've used regular triangles and not pulsing ones. It would just make so much more sense to use the other kind. So I might just quickly remake this whole thing with big pulsing triangles instead, like on big scale. That looks better, I have to say. I do like that more, and I'm probably going to move them off by the time we get here. And I think my play to do this is to put a center point way off at the right-hand side, which is gonna have to lock on, you know, be invisible and have its own group. And I want them to rotate around. So we're gonna start over here with 154, around 166, I do believe. We'll just double check. Yep. And they should just have to rotate 180. Exponential in, and this should just be 180 degrees. And increase the group every time, just like this. that was actually kind of fire. I was about to say it's very mistimed, but it works super well for no reason whatsoever. The way that it flicks up as we go through the teleporter is so fire. Accidental, but genius. Wow, I'm so smart, guys. Probably gonna make each triangle slightly smaller, by the way, just because I feel like it's a bit obnoxious. That's better. Okay, we're slaying now. This is much better, I think. And of course, we've got details that we can add using these groups. Should be pretty simple. The only thing is that I cannot use them after the ship part since they all fly away. But yeah, it's just nice to have an orb pair with different colors like that. Obviously, we can use black details too, like maybe one of these black details underneath the pulsing object, so it kind of gets colored. We could always just take off the group and just use the OG color channel that we kind of copied off. You know what? I'm so happy with this. I gotta make the white pulsing circle a little bit smaller, or maybe just remove it entirely because it is pretty obnoxious when it's always visible. But I'm pretty happy with this so far. I think this part's decent. I can now add arrows. I can put those in black circles with different arrow groups layered above. Just gotta use black circles and then layer arrows above, just like in the quirky modern levels, but this time I'm unironic. And we're just gonna add a bunch of groups here because I like to make pulsing patterns and then just abuse them for deco. I can probably put arrows there, right? I mean, the black detail doesn't show up in the editor for some reason. Don't actually know why, but it works in game. Saw blades could use some work, but let me know what you think. I think I'm gonna end this here because I've done quite a lot in this episode. Pretty happy with the vibe that I've got going at the drop. If I just go into my full bot real quick with no start pause, I have to say the transition currently does not work. I haven't fully fixed that yet, but once it does work, I'm sure it's gonna work pretty well. We're going from pretty white-based design to all of a sudden being thrown into darkness, but I feel like that overlay right there in that UFO section really sets this up pretty nicely. And I definitely saved it with the triangles that are sitting on the front too. So yeah, this is a mess. I mean, looking at this level in the editor, man, the layer blocks are there and the other designs aren't, and it's just, wow, it's such a mess. But I want to say thank you so much for watching this Geometry Dash Extreme Demon building episode. Sorry that it was split on stream and off stream. I'll try my best not to make that happen again. It's just that I was pretty ambitious here and it didn't quite pay off the way I thought it was going to pay off. But man, this level is turning out to be pretty good. Way better than the original, I have to say. Some of my favorite designs I've made as of lately. Thank you so much for watching. Check the links in the description, leave a like and subscribe, and have a good day.